Hey guys, Mr.B here. So today I've got a 2012 Toyota Prius with a whopping 280,000 miles on it, which isn't very uncommon for these. But today it's got the check engine light on, so I'm gonna go ahead and use this as an opportunity to show you guys how to use just a generic code reader that you can buy at the part stores or Amazon to pull codes. This doesn't have the same capabilities as a professional scan tool. It won't do ABS codes or traction control codes or airbag codes or anything like that. But it does give us a basic code reading. It is manufacturer code compatible, so it can read check engine lights, codes, whatever you want to call it. P codes for 1996 and newer vehicles. I believe this one came from Harbor Freight years ago, but it does the trick, so I'm going to go ahead and use this to show you guys how it works. So if your check engine light turns on, you might need to pull codes and go from there to figure out what the problem is. Anything 1996 and newer is going to have this OBD2 connector, and it is required by federal law that it's accessible with nothing more than your hands. So usually they're up under the dash. So the OBD2 connector on this vehicle is right here up under the dash. They're usually in an easy to get to spot. There's some Hondas out there where you have to remove the ashtray, and some other vehicles where they're kind of in a hokey spot, but for the most part they're easy to get to and right up under the dash. So I'm gonna go ahead and plug in my tool, and right away it's got power, which is good. If my scan tool didn't power up or I had no communication, the first thing I would check is pin 16 for power. If there isn't power at pin 16 of that connector, then it's most likely that your cigarette lighter fuse is blown. Typically the power circuit for the OBD2 connector, it's jumpered off of the cigarette lighter. So if you use something like, I don't know, a coffee maker or something high amperage and it blows your cigarette lighter fuse, you also lose, typically on most cars, you lose communication to your scan tool as well. Okay, so anyways, I'm going to want to turn the vehicle to the on position. So since we have the push button, I'm going to hit it once and then hit it twice. Now all the lights turned on. We've got our welcome message. And of course it says maintenance required. And while driving, that check engine light is on. So I'm going to go ahead and use this to pull the codes. So on this specific tool, you just go to where it says scanner up there in the corner. And it's going to think about what it needs to do. All right, so I'm going to hold it like this so you guys can see the screen because of the lighting. I'm just going to hit yes. I'm going to click on one of these control modules and see if I can pull codes. So where it says read codes, I'm going to go ahead and click on that. Stored codes would be codes that are active right now. Pending codes would be codes that almost turn the check engine light on. And then there's, of course, permanent codes down there. So we've got P0301, cylinder 1 misfire detected. So this vehicle does have a misfire, which kind of makes sense because the customer was complaining about possible noise or vibration at high speeds. So I'm going to go back and click on pending codes just to see what's in there. Same thing, only one code. And then I'll click on permanent codes just to see what's in there. And the same thing. So being that this has a cylinder 1 misfire, I'm going to go ahead and take a look at cylinder number 1's coil pack. It's possible that it's having issues, or it's also possible that it needs a spark plug or something. Maybe it needs a tune-up. Now, if I wanted to clear the code, I can go ahead and go to erase codes. Now, this does not actually fix the vehicle. You don't actually fix the vehicle until you make the repairs, but after you're done making the repairs, you could go ahead and clear the codes. I'm just doing this for demonstrational purposes, and obviously I made note of which code is pulled up, and we've got that cylinder 1 misfire. This tool is kind of handy because you can look at live data. Unfortunately, this does not have a misfire counter like some fancier scan tools do. But these cheap tools do give you basic PIDs, basic data. And once it loads, I'll show you guys what it is. Okay. View data, complete data set. We'll click on that. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and start the vehicle. Hit the gas just to make sure it's on. Engine just kicked on, so that's good. So now that I'm in, you can see calculates engine load. It's going to show me engine coolant temp right there. Short-term fuel trim, long-term fuel trim. Those percentages look good. Map pressure in PSI. Engine RPM. So if I hit the gas pedal, that'll go up. And when I let off, it'll go back down. Spark advance. Intake air temp. Mass airflow. Should go up a little bit. Throttle position, you can see that go up as I hit the gas. And there's a whole bunch of other data PIDs in here. Oxygen sensor readings, EGR if the vehicle has it. Let's see, barrel reading. So there's a whole bunch of different ones in here. Sometimes the vehicle has it, sometimes the vehicle doesn't, but this is just a very basic, common data PID set. You know, is it a professional tool? No, but it gives you basic data, which is kind of nice if this is all you have. And of course, you have the ability to read codes to see why that check engine light's on. Obviously, we have a cylinder 1 misfire, so I'm going to go ahead and diagnose that problem further now that I know that that's why the check engine light is on. And yeah, just kind of go from there. So I hope you found this video helpful. Please like and subscribe for more.